Hello everyone, it's Anne from Anne's Paper Creations, and in this video I will answer some questions. But first of all, I want to thank you all for your sweet and lovely comments. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. So thank you all. So we will start with the questions for this French country birdhouse and mini album. And the first question was how long it did take to make. And I'm not sure. I do not take the time when I'm creating, and I forget the time and place when I create. But maybe a couple of weeks it took to make. And then it was the magnets I use. And I use, I hope it can show up here. These are the two magnets I use. This one is from Basic Gray. Hope it shows. Doesn't focus. If I take my hand behind, like so. And this one is from Supermagnets. And these are really thin, and they have glue on one side, so they're easy to work with. And from Basic Gray you can find them in most online stores. And this super magnet is in Europe, and I will post a link below, but I'm not sure they ship worldwide, but you can ask them. So that was the magnets. And when I have leftovers, if I want to sell it, but it's so expensive to ship here from Norway, so it will be much more cheap for you to buy in your country, and I use my leftovers for other projects, so yeah. And then if I am a design team member for Graphic 45, and I'm not, but I'm so happy to be among the 30 finalists for this year, so I'm so exciting and nervous. There are so many talented ladies and gentlemen on that list. So I can only hope and wish. So, and if I keep my albums or sell them, I keep my albums and I give them as gifts. So I don't sell them. It's much too much work on them, and I use a lot of papers in my albums, so they will be really expensive. And also the shipping from Norway. And then there was, yeah, also a question on fussy cutting. I got a lot of questions of that. And I will show some fussy cutting in the end of the video. And also in the Ladies Diary journal yearbook, I show a bit more of fussy cutting, so I will put that link below if you want to watch it. So it's a bit out in the video, maybe in the middle or so, but just fast forward in the video so you find it. And then it was the old curiosity shop tutorial, and if I use both the 8x8 and 12x12 for fussy cutting, and it's been a long time, so I don't remember how much I used, but most of the 12x12 I think, but also 8x8. And then it was a question if she made one of those albums, how much she could sell it for on Etsy. And I'm not sure. You have to find the price that you are happy for and try it out. So then it was a question how I attach the bottle to the chain. And I'm not remember how I attach it now, but I will show you a bit. You can, here is a Tim Holtz bottle, and you can poke a hole. I think I move this a bit out of the way. So, and zoom in a bit. So, you can use a drill here, or you can use this. It's from Tim Holtz, and you poke a hole in here. And then I take an eyelet screw like so. It's from Tim Holtz, but you can also use some wire and bend it around if you like that, or if you don't have this one. And then I take some glossy accents. See if I can get some out here. Just a tiny bit. Don't need much. So, see if we can focus here. And then I screw it in. Like so. And then you can attach a chain here. Like so. So that was that one. And I have to see on my paper here what's more. And yeah, if I can post the measurements of my mini albums. And for my tutorials I post all the measurements, and also post some of the measurements on my blog. But I haven't been posting all the measurements, so I will try to remember that in the future when I make mini albums. So, and she asked if I can tell measurements of my albums. I'm not sure what album you mean, so if you tell me what album you mean, I will measure that and tell you. And then in my last video, when I answered questions, there was a question about matching colors and what the colors I used for my albums and so, and I don't remember always what I've used, especially when it's a long time ago. But she said Bazzill has a paper match on their side, so I've looked it up and I will post a link below so you can find papers that match paper lines. So thank you so much for that idea. And then it was a question on how to make a journal yearbook, how I clean my brushes and if they get sticky and dry. And I'm not the right person to answer that, because I'm not kind to my brushes. But I keep them in here when I create, and they stay there until I'm finished with the project. So, and then I just wash them underwater and maybe a bit soap. So that's how I do it. So the best way, I think, it's to clean up your brushes right away if you want to keep them for a long time. So then it was the lady's diary purse I made, and the question was for a small envelope with a postcard inside, and I think it has to be this one. And she asked if this envelope comes with the lines. And it doesn't. I made this envelope, but they are not hard to make at all. But now Graphic 45 have come out with some new papers, and there is coordinating envelopes a bit smaller than this to the paper lines, and that I think is really great. So I think you can find many tutorials on this on YouTube, and I also made some tutorials, but I don't remember in which video it was now. So just search for it so you can find it. And then it was Alma's sewing room and where to push case them in the USA. And if you look at Pion Design's page, they have store finder there. So you can see where to buy them in your country, and they also ship worldwide. So I will post the link to that as well below. So then I will show you some fussy cutting. So here I've cut out a rose from the Secret Garden collection, and it's from the 12 by 12 paper, if you wonder. So the question was also here if there is some intricate small details how to cut them out. So I usually start with those pieces before I cut around. I find that most easy. And here you also can take a Claudine Helmut Multimatte on first if you prefer that, and then it's more easy not to tear those small pieces, but then it's a bit harder to cut it out, so I prefer to cut it first. So, but you do what you find is most easy. So I see if I can manage here to be in frame and see myself. So I have to work between the legs of the tripod, so just take the scissor a bit inside here. So try to show a bit near if it does show up here. If you can see the scissor, I don't take it a long way up like so. I take it just a little bit up and then I do small cuts. So like so, and there are some small details here and I just cut them over. So, but you can keep them if you like to. So here's the first one, and then I poke a hole here for the second one. So and I move my paper, I do not move my scissor. So for these small things it's great to use this embroidery scissor. So now I have cut these out, and if you cut over here you can always glue it back with a Claudine Helmut Multimatte glue, so it won't show up. And if you wonder about the scissor, it's from Kai. It's made in Japan. So it's very sharp in the end here, and I love this scissor. But find one you like to work with. So then I start cutting around like so. So let's see if I'm in frame here. Shows a bit of sideways here when I'm cutting, so try to hold it like so you see it. When we come to the tiny pieces here I have to be a bit careful. So So I will finish this up and then I will be back. So now it's almost finished here, and when I cut light paper like this I don't use the marker around, and then it's important that you don't go on the outside like so here, then the white will show up. And so then it doesn't matter if you go a bit into the green or this rose or something. So like this. So because when we take a marker, I will show you, I use that on darker papers, and then you can cover up the mistakes like so, and then it's creates a line here, but I think it's a bit too dark for this paper here, but that depends on what you like. So then after I taken on the marker on the darker paper, I use my Claudine Helmut Multimatte on here, but here we can just take it on like so. You can use a brush if you like to, but I find it most easy to use my fingers. So, and then you can leave it to dry like this, or you can take both sides at the same time if you like that. And it goes faster if you need to use it fast. So and you can use your heat tool to dry it up, but then you have to be a bit careful because it can start to bubble up. So then I just put it into like so. So leave it to dry. So I hope this was helpful, and I wish you all a happy and a great day, and have fun creating. Take care. Bye bye.